That's Timothy Busfield, Emmy award-winning actor, director, but who cares now? 30-something, The West Wing, that's the past. Right now, it's what he's charged with. 2 counts of criminal sexual contact with a minor and 1 count of child sex abuse against 11-year-old twins, okay, boys, while on the set of a TV series. That's when they say this happened. He was directing, and this is what happened. Busfield denies those claims. Today, a third accuser came forward. A girl who was 16 at the time alleges that during an audition, Busfield kissed her, put his hands down her pants, and touched her. So this is a case of he said, she said. What is the basis of proof for the allegations? Because this is not the court of public opinion. I will tell you this. Hearing about someone abusing young boys and girls happens, but not as often. Now, let's see what the case is. NewsNation legal contributor, host for a new 11 p.m. show, Jesse Weber, joins me now. What makes you believe this is not just people saying things that aren't true because they thought Busfield was going to settle and then they went to the police?
Yeah, it's a good question. This is a little murky, right? So to be clear, the charges are based on the boys alone. The 16-year-old girl, the father who came forward, that's used by prosecutors as additional support for why he should be locked up and not be granted bond. That's going to be an issue that's decided in a few days. Look, at this point, it's mostly based on these young children's account. They were interviewed. You had a doctor who diagnosed one of the boys with PTSD and anxiety. The way they described what allegedly happened to them, specific. I think that matters. Now, here's where it gets complicated. When these boys were interviewed in 2024, they initially didn't say that they were sexually assaulted. Warner Brothers, that was overseeing this production, hired an outside law firm to do their own investigation. They found no corroborating evidence that he did anything inappropriate. And also, I should note, his attorney came out and said that Busfield actually conducted a polygraph examination and passed. Now, you and I both know polygraphs, little like reliability issue, but still compelling. And then the way you started it, he goes on camera before he surrenders himself to authorities and basically denies the allegations. What criminal defendant who knows whatever they're about to say can be used against them would do that? So it's very strange right now to determine what happened here several years ago.
You think they charged just on the basis of what the 2 alleged victims said? Or do you think that they had something there to corroborate, or they're going to work on that now because probable cause, the witness statement is enough?
When you read the court documents, right, they seem to base this on a number of factors. 1, the accounts of the boys. 2, who interviewed them, medical professionals. Also, by the way, I don't know if everybody knows this, one of the things that they talked about was Tim Busfield has been accused of this in the past. A little bit different. There was one accusation from the 90s, another one from 2012. He's been very aggressive at fighting these allegations in the past. And one of the notes that was put in by the officer that conducted this investigation said, in his opinion, it looks like somebody who has the power of that producing position got himself onto that set and abused it and took advantage of these young children. And I think a lot of these cases are based on purely the account of the accuser. And here, 2 young boys backed up by their parents. But if you have medical professionals who are documenting it as well, this is what separates this case.
Is it as simple, not easy, but is it as simple as, do you believe what they say or do you believe what he says? What is the X factor?
Well, here's the thing, right? There's going to be no, at this point, forensic evidence to support this. Busfield was interviewed by investigators back in the day, and he basically admitted, yeah, I had a playful environment. I touched them, wrestled around, was hugging them, and that's where it becomes murky. If this goes to trial, clearly it seems that Busfield wants to take the stand, tell his side of the events, and it is, like you said, one side versus the other. What is credible, what is not? Now, it is interesting that on Tuesday, the father of this 16-year-old girl came forward with this allegation. What are we going to see now in the next week? Are we going to see other people coming forward against Timothy Busfield? That's going to be something that we have to be on the lookout for whenever you deal with a high-profile person, a celebrity who's accused of sexual assault.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.